Capricorn, hi. So this is going to be a reading for mid-May 2025. And I'll do the reading for you and then I'll close it off with a oracle card. And these are general readings, so they may not resonate for all of you. If they do, there is an extended at the end of the video. You can check out the link for that in the description box below if you want. Cutter cut right through my nail. Shit. Yeah, I was working on something and my hand slipped into this other hand and there was a cutter blade in the middle, and it sucks when you realize how much you need sometimes your fingers. So I'll just, we'll figure it out. We'll make it work. It's gonna be a little weird, but we'll make it work. Anyways, the overall energy for the reading, the Six of Pentacles. Equal give and take. What is going on here? Okay, yeah, equal give and take type of an energy. I don't know. We'll see where that applies. Let's see what's going on here. Starting off the reading, you get the Six of Swords crossed by the Five of Cups. Kind of trying to move away from something potentially painful. It's something that might have went on for a while here that I don't think it's closed off, resolved in any kind of way for now, at least. And it's like you just want some peace and quiet away from that. I'm not sure if you're trying to put that behind you, like I don't want to ever think about it, or if just for now you just need a little bit of quiet time. In your focus, the Ten of Wands, yeah, something's weighing difficult here. There's something. So it's not super bad. It's not like, oh my God, what the fuck? But there's something in the air here, around here. Everything else looks to be balancing it out, but somewhere in here, there's something going on. So something's weighing heavy here. In the recent past, the Two of Cups, everything looks great here. We could be talking about a connection there. We could be talking about just you being open to others, friendships, work dynamics, family dynamics, all sorts of things. But super nice energy, super open. In your strength, the Page of Wands. Again, a sense of curiosity. You're trying to keep that as open as an energy as possible. Instead of, because again, something is feeling a little hard, but you don't want to fall into that completely. You still want to have that eye open towards nice things out there. Speaking of, my heart just stopped. I was going to say, when I turned and looked, it's weird because my neighbors here to the side are painting their siding. And I loved their old color to the house. This one is a little, maybe it takes a little adjustment. It's just kind of a plain, I'm not sure if it's trying to be white. It's just the first coat, so I can't tell. But it's different. So I was just going to turn and say, oh, that's going to take some adjustment. And then right as I turn, a hummingbird is right in front of me. Going to there's a feeder. Do you see it? You can see it. It's above Felix. I gotta twist the camera now a little more. It's right there and it stopped. I love hummingbirds. But yeah, anyways, trying to find these types of energies, that kind of bring you in the moment, that kind of are good for you. Not focus on the heaviness of things. In the immediate future, the Nine of Swords, a little bit of a stressful energy. That's the thing. It's just a little bit here, a little bit there, type of a thing. I don't see as massive pouring of, oh my God, duck, no. Supporting this reading, the High Priestess, you're still very much connected to yourself. So that's going to be very important because it's going to keep you steady through anything that shows up in here. The energy attached to you that you may not be aware of, the Knight of Cups. I don't think you are aware of this openness you have, of this, you know, the positive side of things. It's there. I'm not sure if you're necessarily seeing it. And also this is kind of coming through as a sign of like you're surrounded by love, and you may not necessarily see that or feel that all the time, especially now. In the hopes and fears, the Eight of Swords, you're getting stuck up here a little bit, you know, getting stuck up there. And I feel like you really don't want to be doing that, but it's still happening a little. For the potential outcome, the Four of Pentacles, having a hard time letting go of something. All right, let's clarify. All right, so this feeder is good. I got new feeders, so I'm testing them. Yesterday I had one over there. There's one over here today. Cool. Okay, we're in good standing. Alrighty, let's see here. I'm trying, because it's the cut is right here, so I'm trying to use this section here, because if I press on this, it hurts like a motherfucker. All right, for the Six of Pentacles, you get the Five of Swords, the Five of Pentacles, the Ace of Pentacles. There's something that is potentially coming to an end or already kind of ended. Maybe that's what's creating this commotion here. Somebody's not wanting to face that fact. Somebody's not wanting to accept that. And I'm not sure if that's... I think it's you. I think it's you, because somebody's shown up here really, really trying to convince themselves that, no, everything's great. It's just a little glitch. We'll make this work. We'll bring this back. And I'm like, I don't think there's anything to bring back. I think the situation is a donezo. I think it's a done deal. And again, somebody's shown up as if, well, you know. So it's coming through as a little bit of a deceptive energy because it's not aligning with the reality of things or where things are. For the Six of Swords, you get the Three of Pentacles, the Wheel of Fortune, the Ten of Wands. Okay, so there is a partnership here. Trying to figure out, is the situation really done, or is it done for now? Because I don't see you wanting to lie to yourself about it. I see you really trying to actually be honest to yourself about it. I see you pulling back from it, pulling away from it, and then while you do that, you're hoping that things might change for the better. But meanwhile, while you have this distance here in place, you feel it doesn't feel good. It feels really, really hard for you. I think it's a friendship or a work situation. Could be more, but to me, that's where it's kind of leading. For the Five of Cups, you get the Sun, the Five of Wands, the Page of Swords. See, there's good times and not so good times, and mostly good times, though. Mostly good times in the history of whatever this dynamic is. Even when there are hard times, you're you know, coming up to the surface from that within this. Let's do the Ten of Wands. In your focus here, the Ten of Cups, the Fool, the King of Pentacles. But you're very hopeful, though. And that's good to have, that hope. See, this is the first time in this reading where I'm seeing you quite aligned with the reality. Okay, it feels like shit, and you're showing me that. Yes, it does feel like shit. But I am very hopeful. And I am very, you know, like I'm rooting for this to be okay, to be better than okay. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. As long as you're not telling me, hey, no, everything's working out great here. And meanwhile, we're dealing with the situation of at least distance, if not more. You know, and again, I don't think you're doing that on purpose. It's not like you're putting up a facade or anything. I think you're not willing to admit to where things are on one hand, because on the other hand, you're definitely showing me, no, I'm very much in tune with what's going on. All right, let's do the Two of Cups in the recent past, the Temperance card, the King of Cups, the Hermit. That's a beautiful energy right there. Very harmonious, very loving type of an energy, very deep. Whatever this dynamic is that you're showing me here, it's running through beautiful energies of love here. Very healing energies. Let me do the Page of Wands. For the Page of Wands in your strength, you get the Queen of Swords, the Page of Pentacles, the Ace of Wands. Okay, yeah, super open energy towards, I don't know, even the smallest gestures that you can bring to this, nice gestures too. You're like, yeah, no, I could try this, or I could try that, or I could, you know, whatever. And you're super open towards making this work, not, you know, helping it being torn down. Let's do the Nine of Swords. For the Nine of Swords in the immediate future, you get the King of Swords, the Ace of Swords, the Lovers. Okay. Even when you bring great energy to the table, you're still showing up super stressed out, especially over there in the immediate future. It's one of those energies in which you're either nervous about something, or, you know, like, you know, I hope this works, or I hope whatever it is you're doing in that direction, you're kind of in your head about it. Like, I really hope it's going to be okay. I really hope I'm not doing something, you know, I'm not helping this get worse, or, you know, stuff like that. I don't think the situation is done. It does show up with that energy over it, because I feel like there is distance here based off of something that may have happened in the past. But I don't think it's done. There's definitely some stuff happening. But, and the distance from the stuff that's happening, that resulted out of the stuff that's happening. But I don't think the situation is done. And I'm seeing kind of alternating sides here in terms of who's open to this. I feel like you're kind of on the same page within this partnership. There's you, and then there's the other energy. And I feel like both of you have openness towards wanting to make this work out. But whatever is in the middle there between the two of you that happened, it's not gone yet. And why do I get the feeling that it's something that didn't happen within this dynamic? It either happened to you personally, where you may have gone through who knows what, but those energies are still kind of present even within this dynamic, or to them personally. I don't, but it is keeping you a little bit apart right now. Let me see. Oh, hold on, we were here for the High Priestess, the Judgment card, the Nine of Wands, the Ten of Pentacles for the supportive energies. Yeah, that's what I just said. You know, the I'm like a little kid for Christmas, I swear to God. Do you remember the other feeder I told you about for the hummingbirds? It's got a hit, because that one has a camera. I can't see it from here, but it caught a hummingbird. Yay! Anyways, what I just said for this, the decision has been made here on both ends to, hey, you know, we're not going to let this go. We're not going to let this fall. But again, there's difficulty. There's stuff still at play there that kind of keeps a little bit of a distance here within this dynamic. I feel like there's still a sense of communication, a sense of energy exchange between you and whoever this is, even if it's not happening necessarily physically. I feel like that energy exchange that started off the reading is still very much present, but more at an energetic level. For the Knight of Cups and the hidden energies, you get the Eight of Cups, the Two of Swords, the Seven of Wands. Somebody's stressing the hell out of this situation. Like, okay, it's not great. It's not, you know, but one of you, and I think it's you, has the tendency to like really amplify what's going on here. Like, okay, let's say you and me are best friends and, you know, let's stick to this example. For example, you're going through something, who knows what, right? And I want to help and but I also understand, hey, it's your journey. I'm here for whatever you need, but I can't get in there, you know, in your process and try to save you from it, or as much as I would want to, I can't because it's your journey, right? But I'm going to sit right here and I'm going to stress the hell out of what you're doing in there, right? I'm going to be like, what the, like, don't do that. Don't do that. It's like, no, let them do that. You know, even if you see it from the outside as, oh my God, what are they going to do? Let them. How are they going to learn? If they don't fall a little bit, if they don't get up on their own a little bit, you know? So somebody here is definitely carrying that stress, extra stress. And it's just not doing them good. And I don't think it's doing the situation any good. It's like they're trying to help, but at the same time, they don't want to care too much. They don't want to involve themselves too much because what if who knows what happens? It's like, so somebody's definitely putting a little bit of an extra stress on things. For the Eight of Swords in your hopes and fears, you get the Tower, the Six of Pentacles, the Chariot. Yeah, trust a little more. You know, whatever happens, trust a little more. How are you going to prevent something from happening with your fear of something happening? How is that preventable? How is that, you know, you saying, oh my God, don't do that, don't. And what if they do? What are you going to do? That's just your fear, you know, of them doing or not doing or whatever the case. When in all reality, just trust a little more. Because the stressing about it, the worrying about it is just going to keep you stuck in your head. And you know, as much as I do, that's not the best energy. So try to work on that a little more in terms of take a couple of steps back from whatever this is. And if you see that, okay, I'm just amplifying the stress with some more stress, trust instead of doing that. For the Four of Pentacles in the potential outcome, you get the King of Wands, the Seven of Cups, the Page of Wands. Yeah. Did you put someone on a pedestal? It's one of those, I make think less of someone. And again, this doesn't even have to be you. This could come from the other side altogether. It doesn't have to be, you could be the one within the process that's supposed to fuck up, but someone's worrying, you know, about you, or who knows. But that energy right there comes through almost like, you know, whatever choices someone's going to do, I'm going to think less of them maybe, and that's why I'm scared. And it's like, who made you put them on the pedestal then? You know, at the end of the day, all of us are humans. We're going to fall. We're going to rise back up in our own time, in our own, you know, it's not about, we're all at the same level there. So I'm not sure what that is there. But that's kind of the fear more than anything. What if I'm going to think less of them if they decide to do this or that or the other? I don't know. It's a weird, it's a little bit of a weird type of an energy, especially because it's so amplified for no good reason. It's just someone's fears acting up. And then again, it comes with a sense of comparison and better or less, or, you know, things like that. Anyways, interesting reading. Let's see what the universe has. From the universe, you get the King of Swords, the Star, the Two of Pentacles. Yeah, there's that whole sense of, well, if that was me, I would do this or that. Well, it's not. You know what I mean? It's not. Man, this is a major lesson of allowing someone to just be themselves and just go through their journey and just creating that space for it, you know? And I don't know where it's coming from. Again, in the middle there, I kind of pinned it on you because I felt like it was leaning towards you. By the end of the reading, could be 50-50. You could be the one that's doing this. You could be the one that's at the other end of this, receiving end. So, I don't know, you know, but there's definitely that whole, and I see this energy so eager in there, like they're really trying to help. That's at the core of them. But the way they're doing it is like, do not do it that way. You know, don't compare, don't, you know, let someone go through their journey without, you know, oh, I would do it that way, not that way. Good for you. Then go do it that way, you know, but let me do it this way. You know what I mean? So that's kind of how this energy shows up overall. Let's do the Wild Soul Oracle. No. This one. The Spider. Mother. Creativity. Spider bite. I'm still treating it. You little. And I am a Cappy Moon, so thank you, Spider. Not. Let's see what you gotta say. Where are you? Of course you're, no. Here. There you go. The spider, an ancient weaver of webs, symbolizes creativity, patience, and the interconnectedness of life. Spiders are, and my antibiotics. Spiders are meticulous in their craft, creating intricate webs that serve as both home and hunting tool. This card encourages you to tap into your creative potential and to weave the life you desire. The spider reminds you that creativity is a process that requires patience and attention to details. Tap into your creative energy and start weaving your dreams into reality. Patience and persistence will yield beautiful results. Questions. Oh God, how do I do this? Hold on. How can I unleash my creative potential? Am I feeling blocked creatively? What steps can I take to weave my dreams into reality? Hop on my hand and bite me. That's why. That's how you do it. You little. I don't want to talk to spiders. I'm upset with spiders right now. Me and them have something going on. Anyways, that's what I have for you. Hope this helped, and I'll see you next time. Bye.